Milwaukee Police Assistant Chief Nicole Waldner, Marshal Ogren with our Wisconsin Statewide Intelligence Center, as well as some other members of DCI and the Milwaukee Police Department. Today we are marking over 1 year now since the first missing child alert was sent out, which was sent out in early August of 2024. The missing child alert, as we talked about last year and want to talk about again today, broadens options for alerting the public to missing children. Now Senator Johnson, as well as Senator Jesse James and State Representative Sheila Stubbs and John Spiros, authored 2023 Wisconsin Act 272, also known as the Prince Act, which created the missing child alert. The Prince Act was named after 5-year-old Prince McCree, who went missing in Milwaukee. And it also honors 10-year-old Lily Peters, who went missing in Chippewa Falls. What this act did was it expanded the criteria for issuing alerts for missing persons, specifically by including children in the statutory definition of a person at risk. Now, since its launch, missing child alerts have been issued and are beginning to make a difference. So there have been a total of 17 alerts issued involving 14 different children over the course of just over a year. 6 of those kids and 8 alerts total were right here in Milwaukee County. Just for comparison, there were Amber Alerts issued for 5 kids, 4 alerts for 5 kids during that same time frame. These missing child alerts are already playing a role in getting information to members of the community about missing children. Now, the criteria for a missing child alert includes the following. The child at risk is under 18 years old and is believed to be incapable of getting home without assistance due to a physical or mental condition or disability, or the child is under 10 years of age, and the child's location is unknown, and it's within 72 hours of the child's disappearance. In addition, the situation doesn't qualify for another alert, such as an Amber Alert, and the child has been entered into the National Crime Information Center as missing, or the NCIC. And then last, there's sufficient information available to disseminate to the public that can assist in locating the missing child. I want to emphasize that missing child alerts are just one of the types of alerts that we work on at the Department of Justice. DOJ works to send out other alerts on behalf of local law enforcement agencies to locate missing persons as well. Those include Amber Alerts for missing children, as well as Silver Alerts and Missing Endangered Person Alerts, which are commonly used when a missing person doesn't meet the criteria for the other alerts that I just mentioned. They may also send Green Alerts for missing veterans who have a service-related health condition. To members of the public, if your loved one ever goes missing, please contact law enforcement to report the incident right away. Local law enforcement is able to work with the Wisconsin Department of Justice's Division of Criminal Investigation and other law enforcement partners to assess next steps for finding the missing person. Community awareness and participation are vital in the search for missing persons, and our various alerts allow citizens to be eyes and ears for law enforcement needs, often in real time as people have gone missing. For members of the public who want to help, anyone can sign up to receive missing persons and other crime alerts through the Wisconsin Crime Alert Network. By receiving timely alerts, you can bring someone home safely. You can help with that process. Before I turn it over to Senator Johnson, I just want to mention there have been some floods that have had a huge impact in this area. And I want to specifically thank the first responders who have been involved and to say that my thoughts go out to all the families that have been impacted by those floods. But because of the work of first responders, the damage has been limited, and so I want to say thank you to those folks who've been responding to that challenging situation. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Senator Johnson.
Thank you. Good morning. It's my privilege to be here today in honor of the Missing Child Alert and the value that this bill has provided in saving the lives of children all across the state. On April 24th, 2022, the state held its breath and prayed for the safe return of 10-year-old Lily Peters, who went missing from Chippewa Falls. As loved ones and the community members searched, an Amber Alert was requested. Tragically, this request was denied because Lily's disappearance didn't meet the criteria. The police didn't have a suspect or vehicle description associated with an abduction. Lily was later found deceased. Community members set out to change this law and collected almost 200,000 signatures to create a new alert system called Lily's Alert. Unfortunately, that vision wasn't manifested. Fast forward to October 25th, 2023. A 5-year-old little boy named Prince McCree went missing just a few blocks from where we all stand here today. His family and the Milwaukee Police Department requested an Amber Alert, not once, but twice. And both times the request was denied because his case didn't meet the criteria. Prince, too, was later found deceased. I witnessed firsthand the family's frustration because Prince was my neighbor. I spoke with the assistant police chief at the time, and I witnessed law enforcement canvassing houses, streets, alleys, and dumpsters, desperately trying to find a 5-year-old endangered child without the necessary resources needed to notify the community in a race against time. And it was heartbreaking. Not only was it heartbreaking, it wasn't right, and it needed to change. On February 22nd, 2024, the governor signed into law a bill called the Protection and Recovery Involving Non-Located Children Endangered, also known as the Prince Act, officially called 2023 Act 272, which established the Missing Child Alert. The Missing Child Alert ensures children all across the state are no longer overlooked, and their disappearances are met with the necessary resources and the same level of urgency and public awareness, and the state resources as those that qualify for the Amber Alert, creating a uniform response in all 72 counties. This alert system wasn't just a procedural change, but a lifeline for families in distress, and law enforcement needed that help. I am incredibly grateful for the bipartisan support to secure two additional positions and $319,000 in the budget to accommodate the increased workload associated with the Missing Child Alert. The Wisconsin Department of Justice and Attorney General Kaul work extremely hard to keep our children safe and the people of this state safe. And nowhere is that clearer than in the department's Division of Criminal Investigation, where before the passage of this new state budget, only 2 people were working tirelessly for all of our state's alerts. These additional resources aren't just an investment in services for our children, but also in the workers who work from sunup to sundown, and sometimes through the night, keeping our children safe. And I want to personally thank the department for trusting in the legislature to keep our promise and to get the additional funding needed so they could serve this state to its fullest potential. Thank you. And now I'll turn it over to Milwaukee's Police Assistant Chief Nicole Waldner.
Good morning. First off, I'd like to thank our state partners in government for providing this resource and giving us one more tool to find missing children other than the Amber Alerts. As Attorney Josh Kaul said, this tool is only as good as the people that use it. So I urge you to sign up for any crime alerts and to be part of the conversation and the resolution of helping find our children, helping our streets be safe, our communities be safe. You've heard Chief Norman say over and over again, we cannot do this alone, and I am here to tell you that is absolutely impossible. I need everybody to do their part. And if it's signing up for apps, being aware of what's going on in your community, talking to your neighbors, getting to know the people that live around you, and when you see them leaving or you see a little kid walking down the street, you know that's not right. Anything you can do, I need you to participate with us in helping keep our children safe and helping keep Milwaukee safe. So this is a good step forward. I encourage any kind of conversation that gives any police more resources or anything in technology that we can do to help us be safe and keep our children safe. I encourage that conversation, and I'm always open to it. So thank you guys for having the foresight and bringing this to Wisconsin, and thank you to our community members that have participated in the program.
All right, thank you. We're happy to answer any questions from if we can hear them.
What would you say the success rate of this new bill has been?
Well, what I would say is that the way that this was intended to work, it has been working. What I mean by that is there have been cases that would not have met the Amber Alert criteria where alerts have been able to go out and information has been provided to people nearby where missing kids are located. The Assistant Chief talked about the importance of people participating, and one of the things that is really encouraging to see is when these alerts go out, people do take them seriously. There are contacts that are made to law enforcement in the case of some of these alerts, and that's more information that's available to help locate missing kids. The more that we have get that information in situations where kids go missing, the more likely it is that kids can be brought home safe.
Is there a statistic or a number that would go with how many children are actually found safe versus the number of alerts that you guys see?
In these cases, there were 14 kids who've gone missing. 13 had been found safe. One case, unfortunately, had a tragic outcome. The alerts play a different role in different cases. Sometimes they lead to contact law enforcement, sometimes they don't. But having these alerts is one additional tool that can help us locate missing kids.
And how many of those cases did you say was in Milwaukee?
There were eight of the 17 alerts, and that involved 6 of the 14 missing kids. There were a few cases where there were more than one alert for a few of the kids. We can get you a specific date on that.
Would this have made a difference for Prince and Creel, Tom Kaul is saving lives in this matter?
Well, there are two things I'll say. First, with any case, you don't know what is going to make the difference, what is going to help a missing person be located, and that's why having multiple tools available are really important. That means reaching out to law enforcement early so that they can begin the response. It means talking to friends and neighbors about who may have seen somebody who's gone missing. But having an alert is one additional tool that can help. How that will work in any different case, we don't know. But what I can say is that alerts have gone out, and they have led to contacts to law enforcement because those alerts have gone out. And so that is making a difference, and it's going to continue making a difference as we move forward. The more we raise awareness about this, the more that law enforcement agencies and members of the public know about it, the more I think we'll hear from folks. And so as we continue talking about it, I think it's going to do even more good over time.
And I'd like to answer that too. So Prince's case involved individuals that lived in the household. So unfortunately, the thing that helps most is the fact that because Prince and Lily weren't looked for with an Amber Alert, other children moving forward will be. Prince was buried in a cape and a crown because he loved superheroes. And I told his parents, we're going to make Prince a real live superhero. So the fact that other children are being searched for in his name makes him a real life superhero. He's helping to assist those other children in their relocation. And the same for Lily. Before there was Prince, there was Lily. And unfortunately, in both of those cases, we were unable to issue Amber Alerts. And I think that this goes to the heart of that issue because Lily was from Chippewa Falls, Prince was from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Lily was Caucasian, Prince was African American. So those issues were across geographics and across ethnics. The fact that we're coming together to do this in honor of both of these children's names, I think speaks to the importance of the fact that we realized we got it wrong and the law needed to be changed. And now we're willing to do what's necessary to get it right.
All right. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.